What do you do when the system gives you two choices and both of them destroy you? You know that feeling, right? When someone backs you into a corner, no good options, just bad and worse. Then they blame you for whatever happens next. That Caesar. Rome didn't want a tyrant, but Rome created one anyway. And it all starts at a river so small you could jump across it. January 49 BC. Picture this, there's a muddy stream in northern Italy. The Rubicon barely qualifies as a river. But there's a law, ancient, sacred Roman law, that says you can't cross it with an army. Generals disband before coming home, citizens first, conquerors never. Makes sense, you don't want warlords marching into the capital with soldiers, right? That's how democracies die. Here's the problem. Caesar's standing on the north bank with 5,000 men. And across that river, the Senate just declared him a public enemy. They told him, disband your legions, come home alone, then we'll talk. Caesar knows what talk means. It means trials, show trials for what he did in Gaul, corruption charges from his time as consul. It means they'll strip everything, exile him, maybe kill him. Think about it like this, you spend 10 years building something, risking everything, winning impossible victories. Then the people who sent you to do it turn around and say, actually, we're gonna destroy you for doing exactly what we asked. What would you do? Caesar tried negotiating, sent letters, let me keep my command until I'm elected consul, then I'll disband peacefully. Reasonable, right? The Senate said no. So now Caesar's got two options. Cross that river with his army, commit treason, start a civil war. Or go home defenseless and let his enemies tear him apart. Destroy Rome or destroy yourself. He looks at his men. These guys have followed him through hell, bled in Gaul, starved in sieges, won battles they had no business winning. They're not gonna let him die for politics. Caesar says 5 words that'll echo for 2,000 years. Alia iacta est. The die is cast. And he crosses. The second his boots hit that southern bank, everything explodes. News spreads like wildfire, Caesar's coming, Caesar's declared war, Caesar's marching on Rome. Panic, pure panic. The Senate's losing their minds. Pompey, Rome's legendary general, Caesar's old ally, doesn't even have an army ready in Italy. But here, where it gets wild. Caesar's not pillaging, not burning towns, not executing people. He's acting like a liberator. I'm not here to destroy Rome, he tells every town he passes. I'm here to save it from the tyrants who hijacked it. He offers amnesty to anyone who surrenders, doesn't loot, doesn't punish. He's the reasonable one. Meanwhile, Pompey does something shocking. He abandons Rome, grabs the Senate, his loyalists, whatever troops he can find, and runs to Greece. The great Pompey, Rome's conqueror of the East, running from Caesar. Caesar walks into the capital without a fight. But Pompey's still out there, with legitimacy, the Senate's backing, resources from half the empire. This war's just starting. So Caesar chases him. First to Spain, crushes Pompey's legions there in brutal mountain campaigns. Then to Greece. 48 BC, they finally face off at Dyrrhachium. And Caesar loses. First time in years, his men are starving, beaten, demoralized. Pompey's officers are screaming, end him, finish this now. But Pompey hesitates. He's cautious, doesn't want to risk overextending. Biggest mistake of his life. Because Caesar regroups, recovers, challenges Pompey to one final battle. Pharsalus. Pompey's got twice as many men, better cavalry, the Senate watching. But Caesar's got something Pompey doesn't. Loyalty. These men have bled with Caesar for a decade. They're not fighting for the Republic or the Senate. They're fighting for him. Battle starts. Pompey's cavalry charges Caesar's flank exactly like Caesar knew they would. Then Caesar springs the trap. Hidden reserves, infantry trained to fight cavalry, they surge forward with pikes, stabbing upward at horses and riders. Pompey's cavalry shatters, flees. Then Caesar's veterans slam into Pompey's exposed flank. It's over in hours. Pompey runs, gets on a ship, sails to Egypt, desperate, broken, looking for allies. The Egyptians meet him at the dock and stab him to death. Cut off his head, plan to gift it to Caesar. Caesar arrives days later. They hand him Pompey's head, and Caesar weeps. Why? Not because he loved Pompey, but because this isn't how it was supposed to end. Pompey was his rival, his enemy, but also his son-in-law once, his partner, a Roman. Caesar wanted to beat him in battle, not watch him butchered like an animal by foreigners trying to buy favor. Then Caesar meets a 21-year-old queen named Cleopatra, wins Egypt, spends 2 more years hunting down every last enemy. By 46 BC, he's won everything. The Senate names him dictator. Not for 6 months like tradition, not even for a year. For life. Caesar's the most powerful man on earth. He's reformed the calendar. July's literally named after him. He's planning invasions of Parthia, building infrastructure, founding colonies. But he's also doing things that make Romans nervous. Purple robes, golden throne in the Senate, his face on coins. Acting like a asterisk king. And Rome hasn't had a king in 500 years. Some senators, former allies, men who fought beside him start watching with horror. Because here's the thing about being forced into a corner. When you fight your way out, people forget you had no choice. They only see what you became. Caesar didn't ask to cross that river. Rome's broken system forced him to choose, destroy yourself or fight back. He fought back, he won. But winning turned him into the very thing Rome feared most. A man with all the power, answering to no one. And now, in the shadows of the Senate, a question being whispered. When does a hero become a tyrant? Some men think they know the answer. And daggers are being sharpened. By senators who think they're saving Rome. By men Caesar calls friends. Stay tuned for the next part, and don't forget to like and subscribe.